Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Amy. I'm a full-time reseller primarily on the Poshmark app, but I do dabble in other online platforms and I sell locally. Today I'll be doing a ship with me video, and this video, or all the sales in this video, are from when I was on vacation in Mexico for 9 days. I don't know if you can tell, I'm a little bit tan from being there, and overall it was a great trip. And I'll talk a little bit more about my trip after I share my items, and I'll also talk a little bit about how I handle my online platforms while I'm on vacation. So if that is potentially helpful for you, for if you're going to go on vacation, I have some tips to help ensure that you still have some sales when you get back. Okay, so let's get started. The first items that sold on Cherish.com, which is Chirish, and it was a set of 12 of these champagne coupe glasses by Sasaki, and these sold for full price for $144 plus shipping. I paid $4.50 for this set, so that was a really great sale. And after Cherish's fee and my cost of goods, my total profit was $101.12. Cherish charges a 22% seller's commission. So I'm going to go ahead and package these up off camera, and I'm going to move them out of the way so they don't get broken. The next item was the matching pitcher, and this sold to the same buyer. They also bought this for full price for $94. And the sales price includes a packaging fee. So on Cherish, you can charge a packaging fee that is separate from the shipping fee. And for the glasses, I charged a $15 packaging fee, and for this, I charged a $5 packaging fee. So in total, this sold for $94, and it came with this little glass stir stick. I also paid $4.50 for this. I got a huge set of this, and I think it was $18 for the 4 different items. I've already sold 2 sets of the glasses, so my average cost of goods came out to $4.50, so it was a really great deal. So after Cherish fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $69. This really turned out to be a great buy. I had this style of glasses in the past, and they didn't sell very well, but that was over 5 years ago, so I was a little hesitant to pick this up. But styles do change, and I am so glad I did, because I probably made over $400 on this whole set. So I'm also going to move this out of the way. And I would guess that that was probably from the 1950s or 1960s. The next item that sold is this kind of small wine decanter, and it has the 22 karat gold decorative overlay on there, and this is by Culver. Let's see, how did I find this? I looked this pattern up on, I like to look at replacements.com if I can't figure out what a pattern is called, and I will just scroll through all of the listings that they have until I find the pattern, because they are very good at knowing the pattern name. And often people will have a set of glasses and they'll want the matching pitcher, or they'll have a pitcher and they'll want a matching set of glasses. So I think it is really important to figure out the style name. This sold for $104, which was a full price sale. I had it listed for $99 plus that $5 packaging fee. I'm very, very happy with this, because I had it in the retail portion of my shop for a long time, and then I just listed on Cherish a few months ago, and I also had it listed or priced for way less in my retail store. I think I had it listed for $39, and I sold it for $104 online. So I am super excited about that. I only paid $3 for this. So after Cherish fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $79.22. Very happy with that also. Okay, and then the last item that sold on Cherish is this pretty cool studio pottery planter. And I listed this as a succulent planter just because it is not very deep, and I thought it would look cool with succulents coming out of the side of this. This was signed, and maybe I should have done a little bit more research on that signature, but I am just not very knowledgeable on studio pottery, and to be honest with you, it doesn't excite me very much, so it is hard for me to do much research on it. So typically I just price the studio pottery for decorative value, and I'm sure that I have left money on the table many times, but if I'm making a profit, I'm okay with that in most cases. So this also sold for $104. Let's see, I think I had this listed for $139 and the buyer offered me $99, plus I had that $5 packaging fee, so it ended up being $104. I had paid $3 for this. Again, one of our estate sale companies often prices things at $1, $3, $5, and $8, so that's why you will hear me say that my cost of goods was $3 a lot, because I find a lot of $3 items. So after, oh, let's see. No, sorry, I was reading the wrong thing. This actually sold for $105. So I must have had I think they offered me $100 and I had a $5 packaging fee. And I paid $6 for this. I apologize for that mix up. So after Cherish fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $78.10. Another really great sale and profit. I did find out that on Cherish, that was the first time I had ever put either of my shops on vacation mode in forever. I mean, like 5 or 7 years, because I'm usually not gone long enough to where I put things on vacation mode. But I did find out that on Cherish, you can list when you are on vacation, but they'll leave your shop open, but there'll be like a banner saying this seller is out of town from April this to April that. They will ship your item when they get back. So that was really great that I was able to have all of my items still for sale while I was gone, because that added up to over $400 in sales, which is really beneficial, because I did have quite a few sales on Poshmark, but they were lower dollar items. And I will explain after I share the items how I do my vacation mode on Poshmark, so that you guys can get an idea of how I still got sales while I was out of town. Okay, so the first item that sold on Poshmark was a bundle, and it's this darling little kind of wicker. I wasn't really sure what this was, if it was a trash basket or if it was meant to put a potted plant in there. So I put both of those things in the listing. Now, I thought this was so cute, but I had it listed forever. I think over 2 years, potentially. I think maybe I just had it listed too high to begin with, but it ended up selling in a bundle for $49 with these cute little glass earrings. They're kind of amber colored with gold. They're faceted. They're really pretty. So like I said, I'm going to package this up off camera. But like I said, the bundle sold for $49, and I believe this buyer is a subscriber. So thank you so much, Stephanie, for continuing to shop my closet. I really appreciate it. So it sold for $49. A friend had given me these earrings, and I paid $3 for the little waste paper basket. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my total profit $34.20. I'm happy with that. I think that's a pretty great sale, and I am happy to move that cute little basket out. I had also had the earrings listed for a long time, so I am happy to sell both of those and have them go to a new home. The next item that sold is this black leather Western belt, and this is by Reseller. I didn't necessarily buy it for the brand. I just bought it because it was a nice quality leather belt. And for those of you who watch my videos, you know that I do very well with belts. And so I will pick up nice belts if they are affordably priced, because I look at them like a bread and butter item, and I typically sell multiple per week. So this ended up selling for $30. I originally had it listed for $39, and I can't remember, but I think the buyer sent me an offer of $30 and I accepted. I had paid $3 for this. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $21. I'm pretty pleased with that. Like I've said over and over again, I am okay with making a little bit smaller profits on belts because I look at them like a bread and butter item. Okay, so the next item might look familiar. It is this Patricia Nash wallet, and this sold a few weeks ago, but the buyer was unhappy with it. They said that it was more worn than they thought it was. I didn't think so, but Posh decided to side with the buyer and let them return it. I try not to get upset about returns because typically the items end up reselling and selling for more, which is what happened in this case. This sold for $35. The first time it sold for $30, so not a huge difference, but about $4 more that I'll make, so I'm not gonna complain. I had paid $3 for this. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $22.02. So I did, in my original listing, I had put that this wallet was in nice pre-owned condition with light wear, and that it had a little bit additional wear to the leather trim. So because the buyer didn't seem to think that was an accurate description, I updated the listing when I relisted it, and I still said nice pre-owned condition, but I indicated that it had some distressing on there, which I didn't really think so, but the buyer seemed to. I'm going to finish this up off camera because it's not working out. But, you know, I always try and take feedback constructively and improve my listing so that the next buyer hopefully will be satisfied with the item. Okay, did I already say it sold for $35? I paid $3. That made my profit $22.02. A pretty decent little profit. A few of these items that are coming up next sold for a little bit less than I was hoping, but when I turned my closet back or took it off of vacation mode, I was pretty much accepting any offers that I was getting because I wanted to get the momentum going in my closet again. This is a cute little heart belt buckle, and it's silver tone with gold accents, and it had a maker's sticker on the back. I did look up this person, and it didn't necessarily increase the value very significantly. This ended up selling for $20. I think I had it listed for $39, but like I said, I was just accepting offers to get the momentum going again. I had bought this with a belt, and I separated it from the belt. So I paid $2 for the buckle part, which made my profit $14. I think that's pretty great. Okay, the next item, another belt buckle. And I thought this was really an interesting piece. It's kind of a bronze tone. I think it's brass. And it has this Western scene, and then it had this little plaque that you could personalize it with. It did have a maker's mark, and I looked up that, and it also didn't significantly increase the value. This sold for $30. I think I had it listed for $49, but I don't tend to get really high prices for belt buckles unless they are like sterling silver, or some of the Montana silversmith belt buckles can go for really high prices. So like I said, it sold for $30. I paid $3 for this. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $21. Okay, the next sale is pretty fun. It is this pair of vintage pink cowboy boots. And I think these are by, oh no, there was no maker's mark that I could see in there. But they are pink suede and then reptile here. And I believe that this is lizard or iguana skin. And I don't know if you can see, but they do have some kind of dirty marks to the suede, but I picked them up anyways because how often do you see pink cowboy boots? Not very often. And these just had this really pretty kind of pearly pink color to the reptile portion. These sold for $78. Overall, I am happy with that. I do think I had these listed quite a bit higher than that, maybe $129. But seeing as they did have some of those dirty marks and some scrapes, and I was trying to get some momentum in my closet, I went ahead and accepted that $78. I had paid $10 for them, so that still left me, you know, with a nice profit. And I really hope that this buyer will be thrilled with these. Come on, tape, cooperate with me. Okay. Lots of accessory sales again this week, but I do have some clothing up next. So these are a pair of pink kind of acid wash denim jeans, and these are by a Goldie or a Goldie. They are a size 25, so I was a little hesitant to pick them up because a lot of times I struggle selling small sizes like that, but these were priced at $5. And as you may know, a Goldie has a very high retail value. These probably originally retailed over $200. I did end up accepting an offer for $52, which was less than most of the comps. But because these were a small size and I was trying to generate sales, I decided to go ahead and accept that $52. So like I said, I paid $5, which made my profit $36.60, which is still a nice profit. These also sold quite quickly. I think I only had them listed maybe 2 weeks. So for them being such a small size, I am overall happy with how that sale turned out because I really considered not picking them up because of the size. Okay. The next item that sold is a pair of Levi's jeans. And these have an exposed button fly. They were new with tags, and they're the Mile High cropped wide leg. I picked these up at a thrift store, and these sold for $30. I might have been able to get a little bit more for these, but they had been listed maybe about 2 months, and I really wasn't getting many likes or much attention on them. So I just decided to go ahead and accept that $30 because I had paid $5 for them, so that still left me with a reasonable profit. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, my profit was $19. I'm not going to complain about that. My throat's getting a little dry. I'm not used to talking for this long, I guess, because I haven't filmed a video in over a week. So pardon me if I'm a little out of practice here. I was just sitting next to the pool and drinking pina coladas and other fun drinks and not doing much talking, which was very relaxing. I have not listed anything in over 9 days, maybe 10 days. So we'll see what my sales are like next week, because a lot of times when I don't list very much, it really impacts my sales the next week. So we'll just have to see. Okay, the next item is this kind of fun zip front hoodie, and it's long and it has a high-low hem. This was not the greatest buy. I think I've had this listed over a year, and this is the brand. When I was at the Goodwill and I looked this up, I thought that I saw resale comps in the $60 or $100 range. I can't remember what it was, but the comps that I thought I saw were really high. And this is 100% cotton, and it has this kind of streetwear trendy look to it. So I thought it was something good, but then when I got home to recheck, the comps were not good. So I think this had a retail value of $69 or $89, and that's what I saw, not the resale comps, because this ended up selling for $31. I don't remember what I originally had it listed at, but most recently I had it listed at $35, and the buyer liked it, and my Posher VA sent out a 10% off offer with discounted shipping for $31. I had paid $5 for this, which made my profit $16.82, which is fine overall, but not for an item that took over a year to sell. But a sale's a sale. I am happy to move that out. And the buyer left me a comment on the bundle, and she was really excited to get it. She said it was hard to find 100% cotton hoodies like that. So I'm happy. This is another item that took forever to sell. I think over 2 years. And it's Patagonia, which typically I do pretty well with Patagonia, but it was a women's extra small. I think between the size and that it was kind of this plum color, I don't know. And it's a thin weight. So I think maybe the retail wasn't as high on it. I don't know, but I am glad that it is selling, or that it's sold. It only ended up selling for $20, but I still made a profit, and it is gone. I am so happy for this to have sold. I paid $6 for it because typically Patagonia is a great seller. Although I have noticed recently that Patagonia is sitting for longer for me. So there may be a change in trendiness in Patagonia. I have some friends and niece and nephew who are younger, and they seem to be more into Columbia. So maybe, you know, it's just not as trendy Patagonia anymore, and so we won't be seeing as high of resale values. I don't know. Keep checking comps, but I would recommend checking comps before you pay up for Patagonia, unless it's like a down piece or, you know, a higher end piece. Those are always going to hold their value for practicality. So it sold for $20. I paid $6. After Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $10. I waited 2 years for a $10 profit. Whatever, it is gone. And I just really hope that the buyer likes this, because that would really be the pits to get a return on something that finally sold after that long. Okay, so I was on vacation for 9 days, and I think I might make this its own separate video and then do the rest of the week in another video. So while I was gone, I sold $822. That was my total sales price. My total cost of goods was $60. So that made my profit $574.48 after fees. So for Poshmark, what I did, or what I do, is if I'm going to be able to ship an item within 5 days, then I will not put my closet on vacation mode. But I do communicate well with my buyers. So if they buy an item the first day that I'm going to be gone, or if they make me an offer, I will add the item to a bundle and comment and let them know and say, thank you for your offer. I'm out of town and I won't be able to ship this until such and such date. I'd like to accept your offer, but I just wanted to make sure that was okay with you. Typically, or I've actually never had anyone say, no, that's not okay. So what I did for this was I put my closet on vacation mode, which means that none of my items are for sale. I put it on vacation mode for 4 days. And then when it got to the point that I would be able to ship an item within 5 days, I turned it back on. So then I have those sales from the last 5 days that I'm gone. I just communicate with the buyers and let them know that there is going to be a delay in shipping. And like I said, everybody has been happy with that. So that is one way that I still make sales while I'm on an extended vacation. So I hope that's helpful for you guys. Let me know in the comments down below how you handle it. I was very relieved to find out that Cherish still left my items for sale because, like I said, I had over $400 there, and I may not have had that if they didn't leave my items for sale. Okay, the other thing I wanted to share a little bit about my trip. I am going to do a small little thrift with me video and add some pictures of my trip in a separate video. So if I've already published that, I will link it below. But we went to an all-inclusive resort in Cancun, Mexico, and I was fortunate enough that my mother-in-law and father-in-law paid for the resort, and we just had to pay for our flights. Overall, it was really a wonderful trip. It was called Riviera Colonial Maya, and the resort was gorgeous, so pretty. The grounds were gorgeous. The buildings were gorgeous. They had all these sculptures. The pool was amazing and huge. It was spotless, which was wonderful. They kept everything so clean and the rooms were very comfortable. The only bad thing was the food was terrible. At least for me, it was. And it was an all-inclusive resort, so it's a buffet style, and you can drink all you want to, which I did drink a little bit too much a couple of days, but I had a lot of fun. But I try to eat pretty clean most of the time because I struggle with my weight if I do not. So typically I eat just meat, veggies, fruit, and nuts. And so going to a place like that where, and I really try and avoid vegetable oil. It just doesn't really agree with me. And there's a lot of studies that say that it's not good for you. Anyways, this is a lot of information, but everything was soaked, fried, cooked in vegetable oil. And I was sick a lot. I actually lost 5 pounds while I was there, which was kind of disappointing. Well, not losing the 5 pounds, but that the food wasn't good. I did figure out what I could eat and couldn't eat while I was there. But if you are sensitive or have a sensitive stomach, I definitely read the reviews when you go to an all-inclusive in Mexico because, yeah, it just kind of made my trip a little bit difficult. But overall, it was really great and I shouldn't complain. And I'm very thankful to have these sales because when you're, self-employed, full-time reseller, you don't get vacation pay. And I try and always have money saved, but it's always nice to have some sales when you're gone too. So let me know if you have any other questions about vacation mode or anything like that. And I really appreciate you watching. If you're enjoying my videos, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. It's totally free and it really helps me out when you subscribe. It's also helpful when you give videos a thumbs up and make comments. That tells YouTube that you're enjoying my videos and they boost my videos in the algorithm, which means more people see my videos. Okay, thanks again so much for watching. I so appreciate it and I will see you soon.